So what's Winnipeg's real estate market doing as we approach the fall of 2020? That's up next in Winnipeg's Real Estate Podcast.
You're listening to the Bo Knows Real Estate Podcast. Tips and advice for home buyers, sellers, and owners with award-winning RE/MAX agent, Bo Kaufman.
Hello everybody, it's Bo Kaufman, RE/MAX Performance Realty. So here we are at the beginning of September 2020, and just to kind of let the cat out of the bag, market has slowed down even more from July, but the real difference is when we come and compare what we sold in August this year as opposed to what we sold last year. That's where the real difference shows. We are waiting for the Bank of Canada to drop that second shoe. As you know, the interest rates have gone up quite a bit. They're still, historically, they're still very reasonable, but I do believe it's having an impact on buyers because now instead of being able to afford a $350,000 house, you might only be able to afford a $310,000 house, let's say, for example. Okay, so let's look at the numbers. On September 1st, in Winnipeg total, we had 1,280 houses available on the market. That's compared to 1,263 the month before, so there's not much difference there. But it's in the sales that's the difference. During the month of August, we sold potentially 690 houses. Some of these are still pending. They may or may not become final, but at most it's going to be 690. Whereas in July, we sold 790. So it's 100 fewer sales in August as opposed to July. But as I promised, the real difference is between August this year and August last year. So again, August this year, 690, last year, 878. So that's roughly 25% fewer sales this year as opposed to last year. And that's really the telling difference, because month over month, the market will change, but year over year during those months, that's a good comparable. Now, breaking that down, houses under $250,000, we have 323 available. So those are entry-level homes. We've potentially sold 116 during August, whereas we sold 112 in July, so there isn't much difference. But last year we sold 163, so quite a drop. Next price range up, $250,000 to $500,000. We have 546 houses available, which is almost the same as the month before. But again, sales. Potentially we sold 420 of those, as opposed to 490 in July. So again, 420 this year, last year 544. Drops in sales all across the board. What does all this mean? It means it's a great time to be a buyer right now. If you've been beaten out in the spring, I've had clients say, we've lost out. We're going to sign another lease for a month. We're going to come back next spring. No, don't do that. Come back now. There are a lot of houses available for sale. There's a lot less bidding wars. They're not non-existent. There are still bidding wars out there. There was a house in Charleswood the other day. It was listed for $800,000. It sold for $1 million. So $200,000 above asking. So I'm not saying these things are done, but they're far fewer than we would have in April, May, and June, probably next year as well. Next up, more expensive homes between $500,000 and $1 million. Currently, we have 356 available. That's virtually the same number as the month before. Sales are down slightly. We've sold potentially 150 as opposed to 188 last month and 176 last year. And the $1 million plus homes, we have 55 on the market right now. Remember when that was a rare thing, like 6, 8, 10 years ago, but now we have $55 million plus homes on the market. We've sold 10 in the last month as opposed to 8 in July. So that's actually bucking the trend. So there's actually more sales than there was last month or last year. All right, when we come back, we'll take a look at the condo market.
We'll be right back after this short announcement.
This episode of Winnipeg's Real Estate Podcast is brought to you by Total Moving, providing moving services, packing supplies, assembly, and organizing for residential and commercial clients. Guaranteeing no hidden fees while providing the most efficient moving process possible. Call 431-441-MOVE or get an estimate online at totalmovingwinnipeg.ca. That's Total Moving, Manitoba's modern mover.
All right, here we are looking at the condo market, and not much has changed from the previous month. On September 1st, we have 363 condos available in all price ranges. That's comparable to 365 the month before and 366 the month before that. So it's constant in the 360s. All right, let's take a look at the price range of under $250,000. We have 211 available. as opposed to $197 the month before. And in the month of August, we've potentially sold 70 in that price range as opposed to 89 the month before that. More luxurious condos over $250,000, we have 152 on the market, which is down slightly from the previous month. And we've potentially sold 62 of those as opposed to 92 in July. Last year, August, again, we sold 70. Now 62, 70. So again, sales are dropping as opposed to last year and last month. So in condos, as well as in houses, now is the time to buy. Now, you've heard me say this before. A famous investment guru once said that when everybody else is buying, sell. When everybody else is selling, buy. Right now definitely is the time to buy in Winnipeg. There are more houses on the market than there will be in the spring, and there's fewer buyer action, fewer competitors towards against your offer than there will be in the spring. So don't wait. Now is the time. Give me a shout anytime. It's Bo Kaufman, Remax Performance Realty, 204-333-2202. Till next time, bye-bye. Well, I hope you've enjoyed listening to this episode as much as I've enjoyed creating it, because I really do love it. If you found the information helpful, why not download my free podcasting app? That way you never miss another episode. And I've made it super simple too. Just go to boknows.homes/apps. That's APPS. Available for Apple and Android devices. And finally, please give this podcast a 5-star rating. Again, we've made it super simple. Just go to lovethepodcast.com/boknows. Thank you so much for listening. Let's do this again next week.
You've been listening to Bo Kaufman of Remax Performance Realty. Are you thinking of buying or selling a house or a condo in Winnipeg? Call Bo at 204-333-2202. Remember, Bo knows real estate.